Well, we've got Firebirds Overager Nolan Dann with us here. And Danner, you've had a bit of a journey in the OHL. I mean, you're dating back to when you got drafted by Sarnia. You had to experience the year that wasn't when the teams didn't go and the league didn't go for the COVID season, and traded twice. I mean, if you would look back at yourself when you originally got drafted by the Sting and tell yourself everything that you were going to kind of walk through in your OHL career, would you have believed it?
Not really. I think it's definitely been a roller coaster, and I've enjoyed every second of it. I think, like you said, starting on draft day, it was we just moved back from Toronto back to our hometown in Cambridge, and we were sitting there. We didn't even have a couch or anything, so we were sitting in the beanbag chairs watching the draft, and just seeing my name up there was super cool with Sarnia, and I played my 16 year in Georgetown in the OJHL, and I had great coaches like Scott McCrory there that really helped me develop my game and build my confidence. And having that COVID year was tough, and it being my draft year, but we still just sticking to the process of getting better each and every day. And then when I finally got the call to Sarnia in my 18 year, I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I was just going to come in and try and help the team win as much as possible. And, thankfully I had a really good year, and I met some really great people, and again, really great coaches that, really helped me along the way. And then I got moved to Niagara and had a short stint there. And then at the deadline, I got traded to Flint. Didn't really know I was going to Flint. I got the call at like 11:50 at night. And they were a little off the radar, but I was interested about what they had to offer and everything, and I showed up here, and immediately I had Pierce as my roommate from last year, and he really just took me under his wing when I got here, and I've enjoyed it so much, and I've built such great relationships with everyone that's been in this organization, and I'm so grateful to be here today, and be able to finish my hockey career in junior with the Firebirds.
Tell me about, so you mentioned Riley Piercy as a guy who helped you as soon as you got here. What other names stick out from either your time with the Firebirds or going all the way back to the Sting with the Ice Dogs? Anyone along the way? Who helped you the most?
So in my 16 year, when I was in Georgetown, it was really tough being a 16-year-old playing with a bunch of 20-year-olds. So I had two guys, Tito Hernandez, who really took me under his wing, and Graham McCrory. They taught me a lot just about life outside of hockey as well. Like, you're 16 and you got all these expectations of being a good hockey player, and you're pressured to do well so you can make that jump to the next level. And they kind of they showed me that there's more to life than hockey, and they really helped me grow as a person and not only as a hockey player. So those two guys were huge in my hockey career at a young age. And then when I was in Sarnia, I was fortunate enough to have a captain, Braden Guy, and he got moved at the deadline to Guelph. But in the first half of the year, being there with Guysy, he was just an amazing captain, such an amazing role model, and he really, again, taught me how to be a leader. And he was always awesome with the young guys. If they ever needed anything, they could call him, they could ask him about anything, and he really took that step to try and make us all feel comfortable and all feel welcome on the team, and know that we were all a big part of it. And then in Flint, like I said, when I got here with Pierce was great, and it was coming in as a little bit of an older guy, so it was nice, and it wasn't as hard and intimidating as being a rookie, but still Pierce was huge when I came in. And I know he's my age as well, but Cress, he was a great leader, and you see it on and off the ice. He worked so hard, and we grew up playing together since we were 8 years old. So not only is he a really good friend, but he's also somebody you can look up to, and you can try and implement the way he does things into yours. So yeah.
I want to go back to being drafted. You said that you had just moved back to your hometown from Toronto. Not even a couch. What were you sitting on the floor? Take me through every detail.
So I played we made the move to Toronto 2 years before the draft year. It just made sense. And so lived out there for 2 years, got to play in the GTHL, and you know, it was really good for my game and really good for, you know, the exposure that I got. And then we rented out our house in Cambridge during that time, and we thought we were gonna stay in Toronto for the rest of our lives, I guess, with our family and everything, because it's close to my parents' work. And we went back home, and within like the first week of being there, we knew we weren't going to move, because, you know, we just loved it so much, and it was so nice just being back home again. And so yeah, we were there on draft day, and we hooked up the iPad to the TV, because it does it on the internet, and I was like, okay. And you know, obviously very emotional day and such a roller coaster, and you know, thinking you're going to get drafted here and whatnot, and it was pretty cool. Eventually, seeing my name come up on the board to Sarnia, and you know, they call me right after, and you know, they tell me all the good things that you want to hear, and it was really cool. And you know, it was really nice to see my mom, my dad, and just so happy for me, and how proud they were. And you know, they both told me we're very proud of you, and we love you very much. And you know, it was just you felt like you accomplished something. You know what I mean? They put in all this work for you and all this sacrifice, and it was really nice to, you know, reap the rewards of it. So,
What role have your parents played in kind of getting you to where you are now?
like they're the most important people to me, and you know, they make endless sacrifices. Like I said, like they move cities for me and everything like that, and you know, they from when I was 6 years old, taking me on Sundays to chip games or whatever, and driving me around from, you know, Cambridge to here on Perth, like 2 hours for hockey games in one day, and it's spending hotels for road trips and stuff. They took me all across the world for hockey tournaments in Bolzano, Italy, and the Swiss Alps, and Helsinki, Finland, and you know, they really did a lot for me. And you know, my dad's not going to be able to make it OA night, which you know, it's okay. Like, you know, I love him very much, and you know, he's the biggest role model in my life, and you know, I truly admire the man he is. And same thing with my mother. My mother would give me the shirt off her back, and she's just amazing, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life as well. And yeah, my whole family in general, all my brothers and sisters, and all the new babies on their way, and my nephew and everything. Like they're all super supportive of me, and no, I'm super grateful that they'll be able to be here.
When you came to Flint, so you walk in, this team has gone to get you. They're excited about you. And you walk in, what was that first day like? What was that first game like?
I remember we were on the road in Barrie, and you know, it's different playing with a new team, new line mates. You're thrown into a new structure, a new system, and everything like that. And yeah, I think the first game was actually rough. I remember that it was a little bumpy, and I think it was like -3 or -4 or something like that. And it was like, oh no, like. But then the next game we were in North Bay, and you know, I kind of playing with Cress and Gav, and kind of just clicked right away. Scored like my first shift or something, and then had 2 on the power play, and I think that was really like my welcome to Flint game. And you know, kind of just showed everyone else on the team, you know, why I'm here and everything. And you know, I was just super grateful to, you know, be on a team that was in a position to win. And no, I was super happy. So,
What will be, you think, the moments you remember the most from being a Firebird?
For me personally, I think it's going to be the overtime winner last year in the playoffs against SAG. Never scored like an overtime goal that important, or in the playoffs or anything like that. So that was, you know, that was really big, and I was super pumped about that one. But just in general, Flint moments, like I think just like the bonding that, you know, this team has on and off the ice, like it's just such a great group of guys, and you know, friends I'm going to have for the rest of my life. And you know, be able to talk to these guys in 10 years down the line, when say either like Coles is playing in the NHL or something, and call them up, or Tooch or anybody like that, or Hammer and whatever they're doing, you know what I mean? And talk to these guys just about life, and you know that it's bigger than hockey, and it's not just confined to this locker room. And I know I'm going to university next year, and I'd love to stay in touch with these guys. So
it's a unique bond, isn't it?
yeah.
You mentioned you going to university, and that's really exciting. You're committed to the University of Guelph. You're going to keep playing hockey, and you get to, you know, start the next step of your life. How are you feeling about all of that?
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. Obviously, being from Cambridge, Guelph's only 10, 15 minutes down the road, and I'll get to live at home, so I know my mom's pumped about that. But yeah, I think, you know, I'm super excited to go there. I know a lot of people on the team already and a lot of buddies that go to that school. And, you know, I think it was just the right fit, you know what I mean? It was something that, you know, I really wanted and the school wanted as well. And I think it just worked out for both parties. And, you know, I'm super excited to be going there.
Of course, it's hard. You just mentioned getting to live at home. And you guys leave home at a young age, and you live with a lot of different families, billets, everything. Do you have any specific, you know, gratitude or memories from any of your billet families through the years?
Yeah, they've all been amazing. I've been so lucky. I don't think I've ever had one bad billet. I think, you know, all the way back to Georgetown, I live with my aunt and my uncle, and, you know, they're, again, huge factors in my life, and we see them all the time. They come down to the games in Flint, and they're just amazing people. And then in Sarnia, I had Rick and Kathy, and I was fortunate to live with Nolan as well. So we've you know, stayed in touch, and you know, he's one of my closest friends. But Rick and Kathy were great, and again, just amazing people. In Niagara, I had Lillian. She was great. It was just you know, a short time that I was there, but you know, still very memorable, and still I'm very grateful for her. And now I'm here with the Farmers, and I got Holly and JP and Landon, and like I said, just great people, and you know, they do anything for you, and it's super nice having a bond with those families, and you know, you really become part of their family because you're here so much, and you know, I really feel like I have that bond with the Farmers, and no, I'm just super grateful that they let me into their home, and yeah, I can call them family.
Last question I have for you, as a guy who played for 3 different teams in this league. Down the road, somebody says, "Oh, you played in the OHL. What team did you play for?" What's going to be the first answer?
It's funny. So like, Ricky was asking me this the other day, and I'm going to say Firebird, I think now, and it's true, and you know, I believe it, and yeah, I think like coming into this year, you know, obviously OA and everything, you don't know if you're going to get moved or not, and like I said, Sarnia was the one that brought me in, everything, and you know, it's my first junior team. You think you're going to play there for the rest of your life, play with those guys, and then when you get traded, you're like, oh, okay, well, new chapter begins, right? But no, I think it'll be Flint Firebirds. Like looking at the room we have and the guys that I've played with here so far, and just the memories I have on and off the ice with these guys, I truly believe that I am a Firebird, and you know, I'm really proud to say it.
It's been a pleasure watching you play this year, Danner. Congratulations on the next step.
Thank you. I appreciate it.